Hey, I'm Joseph Flahiff, and I am your Agile Project Management Coach. I wanted to talk with you today about the holiday season and what does that mean for your Agile project. So, specifically, I want to talk about your iteration length. I've done this two different ways, and I want to explain my thinking currently. So, when you come into holidays, you have the issue of what do you do with the days that you take off, right? Especially here in the Thanksgiving and then the December holidays, New Year's and the Christmas holidays that we take off. What do you do with your iteration length when you've got that? Because if you extend, there's two things you can do. You can extend the sprint and keep your velocity, or you can shorten the sprint because you lose those days. It creates a shorter sprint, and then your velocity gets messed up. So when you're looking at the reports of the velocity, you go, ooh, the velocity was horrible here in November. Well, it wasn't horrible. It was just that we had holidays. So here's my suggestion. I have tried it with extending with extending the sprint, and I used to take that approach because I didn't want the velocity to get messed up. I wanted to be able to report our velocity was consistent, and here's what our velocity is, and so I'm going to extend it by the days. So, for example, we work on a 2-week sprint, and this is our sprint review and demo and planning day, right? So that's we end on a Friday. So on a 2-week cycle, this is the next sprint, right? These two weeks. And the next one here should be sprint review, demo, and planning. Can you all see that? This is a normal cycle. Now, what happens when this is Thanksgiving, right? So all of a sudden, these 2 days are like the holidays, like the weekend, they're gone. Well, what I've done in the past is move this out here by 2 days, right? I lose 2, I move 2, sprint review, demo, and planning. So what that does is it allows me to keep my velocity constant, and I can then, at the sprint planning, I can take on the same number of points that I took on before, and I can plan accordingly. But what it does to the team is, what it did to the team was it caused them just to get off kilter, and because they had gotten into a rhythm, or they hadn't gotten into a rhythm yet, and this just made it worse. But the rhythm is Friday sprint review, demo, and planning. Friday sprint review, demo, and planning, and now you've gone Tuesday sprint review, demo, and planning, and it just turns things sideways. It's like if you're used to getting up and having your cup of coffee, and you're on vacation and you don't have your cup of coffee right there. This is me, because I drink coffee every morning. It's just, it throws your pattern off, and it actually negatively impacts your velocity. So where you think you're helping the velocity stay constant, you're not actually. You're messing with it. You're messing it up. So what I'm doing these days is I'm keeping the sprint review, demo, and planning all horrible handwriting, isn't it? All on the same cadence. So you maintain that cadence, right? That's the word we use when we talk in Agile about the rhythm that we have in the cycles of our project, so that we know here's where we do our sprint review, demo, and planning, then we develop, and then we do sprint review, demo, and planning. And yes, your velocity is going to get screwed up. Oh well, live with it. The fact of the matter is, you can live with it. You just need to explain to your project sponsors that it's now changed because we're in the holidays, but I'm going to sacrifice the numbers on a report for the spirit of the team, right? I want to keep the morale and the spirit and the positive flow of everything that's going on with the team, rather than putting the numbers first. Put the people first, okay? That's what we do in Agile. That's what we do in any kind of project, really. I mean, you really should. It doesn't matter what kind of methodology you're taking. You should always put the people first, because that's how you're going to be successful. So again, shoot for cadence. Don't sacrifice the cadence for velocity. Keep the same 2 weeks, no matter when the holidays fall. Now the question is, if the holiday falls and you're supposed to do your sprint review here, I would tend to do it here, right, instead of here, just because it gets it done, and then they can really celebrate the holiday. Again, think about what's the best thing you can do for your people. What's the best thing for the people? Because that is what's going to serve the team. That's what's going to serve your project the best. Because if the people are delivering well, then, and they're happy and they're motivated, then you're going to be successful. If they're not, you may as well go do something else, because the project's not going to be successful. And even if it is, the people are going to leave. And then you're not going to be able to support it in the long run. So that's what I say. My name's Joseph Flahiff, and I'm enjoying being your Agile coach. Thanks. Bye-bye.